Hello everybody, I'm back. I just wanted to show that I got my coop put together and I made some adjustments to it. So I didn't think it had enough ventilation, so I added these holes on both sides and put wire in there. So hopefully that won't be a problem. But I decided it needed to be painted because it felt like just a basic primer coat was on it. So I started painting it, and my husband thought it would be the great idea to use that Flex Seal paint. And honestly, that paint sucks. It's already peeling off. I barely just got it put together and it's already peeling off. And I think it kind of looks crappy. There's huge gaps in the roof, so I decided to put caulk down and seal it. And I think it looks crappy. And these boards, like, all I was doing was painting them, and when I flipped it over, one of these bottom boards came off completely, and the next one up was coming off, and the one on the other side was coming off. So I got out the nail gun and was trying to nail them back together and figured I'd put a new nail in all of them. But while I was holding that bottom board in place and put the nail in, it went right through the nail and right through the board and into my finger, and I broke my finger. It's an impact fracture, which is kind of been making it a lot harder to finish. But I flipped this around to the other side, and I got this weird gap and it doesn't quite fit. But I put on some hardware to hold it shut. And I upgraded this hardware because it felt like it was just going to fall apart. And of course, that side's split. It's hard to see. So the screws feel like they're really loose in there. And I did flip the bottom of this up so they don't go in the nesting box until they're ready. So it's kind of just a hole for now, but put cardboard on the top just to give them a little bit of shade because it was so hot today. I'm gonna find a different piece of roof to go over it so it'll be shady in there. And that's why I got the water in there, just so it doesn't get as hot. So kind of be in the shade for a while. But I started putting on the roof and then started putting this on. And I thought I was going to be able, I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I was going to be able to put hinges on here and open this part. And then once I started to put the roof on, I'm like, duh, it's not going to open with the roof there. I forgot it had such a big overlap. So that was kind of stupid on my part. Like, if you look, you can see the nails sticking out at the other side. Yeah, that went right into my finger. My bad. So now I gotta fix these holes and maybe put another couple screws in here where I don't think they're supposed to be screws, but I mean, I guess once I get another roof on it, it'll hold it down. I don't know. It's been very annoying trying to put this thing together. My dad came up with this idea to put this other board in there and bury it in the ground, so it had a little bit more rigidity to it, so it was stiffer and wouldn't move, because when I just had the coop out by itself, the wind blew it over. So I figured I kind of have to have this piece on it just to make it less aerodynamic, I guess. But that's the coop. I painted the front, but I didn't paint the little windows. And I just figured they don't need the door to open and close. They can have it open. I mean, they're inside. Well, with that, 3 fences, so. These food and water containers came with chains to hang them, but they're not tall enough to get up to it when it's hanging. So maybe when they're fully grown, we'll think about that. Right now they're just sitting on bricks. But they really like this corner. I did put them all in the coop with the door shut and then left them in there for about 5 minutes and then opened the door just so they'd kind of know they're supposed to be in there. We are down 4 chicks because I sold 4 of them, but that was the plan. I didn't plan on keeping 14. Well, that's my update. The coop has been added. I mean, it's pretty much all finished. Yeah, I was short 1 screw. I couldn't find whether I dropped it or... So I gotta find another screw to put in there. But other than that, it's all put back together. My tray, I'm not gonna slide it out. But the tray, I put a handle on it. See, the tray slides out easier with the handle. It was really hard without the handle. And I moved my roost bars up to where they're about almost even with the top of the nesting box, and I wrapped one of them in twine. I thought 4 things of twine was gonna go farther than it did, but figure they get the choice. They actually, with all of them in there now, they only take up about 1/4 of the space. So once they're full grown, they should still all fit. And then depending on how many roosters I actually end up with, I might sell a few of them off. I don't know. I'm just happy to call this part done and they can start staying outside now. Tonight's going to be their first night outside. It was up in the 80s today. It's supposed to be in the 80s tomorrow. They need to be outside. So I'm going to check back on them about 8 o'clock. Sunset's been about 8:30, and we'll see if they go in the coop or if I got to put them in there. Look at these guys taking right to dust bathing. I'm like, can I get in as deep in this dirt as I can? I just let them come in here. They're digging it. Literally. Alrighty. Hello. They all made it through the night. First night outside. They did, however, all go back in the crate part of the coop, but not inside. So I had to climb in there and put them all in and then shut the door. And then my husband let them out in the morning when he got home from work. So hopefully tonight they'll all go in there. But they're all out and happy, and my cardboard keeps flying off the top, so I don't know how shady that's gonna, or how long that's gonna stay shady, but it's shady over on this side right now. Well, thanks for watching.